I guess I could move this other stuff off my table. That's for my next order. Okay, let me see how I can see the comments. The comments. Okay. I guess I need to start talking to myself too. Are you watching? Okay. Are you watching? You said what? Oh yeah. Okay, so what I'm trying to do is sew how many anklets I could sew before my dog's bed appointment. It's 11:38. I need to sew 22 of them, which is 11 pair. So sometimes when I cut the ribbon, when I unroll the ribbon, they give you pieces. So what I do is I sew them together first, and I do all my prep work. These particular anklets are 6 yards long. I don't hear myself. I did these 6 yards long. My elastic is 6 inches, so you also need elastic. And for this particular pair, because they're not double anklets, I'm using the 3-inch wide tool. That way I don't have to trim. Now you can use a 6-inch wide tool. Let me see if I have 6-inch right here by me. But if you use 6-inch, let me show you the difference. When it's only one single ribbon, when you're using 6 inches, and the way you place the ribbon on, you want it close to where the elastic is going to be. So you'll have all this tool hanging, and when you have all that tool hanging, you gotta go back and trim it. But if it was a double ribbon, say like this, then it covers the 6-inch tool, so you won't have to go back and trim it. So since this is only a single layer, it's my cheer anklets. I do these slightly different, but I'm only going to use the 3-inch tool. So all my pieces that came with the ribbon was cut to get my 6 yards. I'm going to first prep that and sew these together. Then I get started on sewing the anklet. So right now I'm sewing, I think it was 2 or 3 that was separate. So I just sew a little bit, back stitch, sew, back stitch. And I like to use my clippers or some smaller scissors to clip the ends. And everything I do, I sew all my ribbons together. I do not use glue. Glue just doesn't hold up well for me. And I'm gonna drop these in the box because they're ready to be put in line. I don't like glue, so everything I do, I sew it together. So here's another one that was separate, and I'm gonna heat seal the ends and then sew it together. But my machine is an industrial machine. It's a Juki. So my sewing will be faster than just the traditional sewing machine. But If you like the, I think it's the Singer from Joann's, the heavy duty Singer machine. It sews really fast than a regular sewing machine. It's just not faster than the industrial one, but it'll have a nice speed on it. That's the industrial is what also helps me sew my anklets or anything I sew a lot faster. Is because of the industrial machine. Okay, so now all three are prepped together. Those are the only three that I had that were separated. So I did go ahead and prep those together. Okay, so this is my first one. So let's get started. So I heat seal the ends. I take my tool. I have a pole my husband built me just at the bottom of my sewing machine. I guess I can take it out and show you. But this is where I keep my ribbons and my tools on, so it'll easily roll off as I'm sewing, and that takes a lot of time up as well. I mean, it frees a lot of time, not take time up, I'm sorry. That way you don't have to worry about stuff spinning while you're sewing. So I fold my tool in half. The way I place my ribbon on, I just need just a tad bit. My elastic is only 3/8 of an inch. I just need enough space to push my elastic through, because hold on, that's the dealership about my car. Y'all hold on. Hold on. Yes, I was trying to reach Randy in service. Sorry, y'all. Hey, Randy, this is Sharli. Steven, I think you just tried to call me. Fine. Oh, perfect. I pick up my daughter at school at 3:20. Okay, I can come after I pick her up from school. She's right across the street. Okay, thank you so much. What was it? Was it a sensor? Yeah. Oh, okay. But that was covered under the warranty, right? Oh, okay. Okay. Thank you so much. Okay, and you're gonna take the rental back for me. Okay. Okay. Thank you so much. I really appreciate your help. Bye bye. Bye bye. Okay. And so if I miss anybody questions, if you have questions, okay, say who I'm texting. I wasn't texting nobody. I'm on the phone with Sadil so she can read the questions for me. And then that was the dealership that just called. My the hood sensor of my car, they was thinking somebody trying to steal my car, so the alarm kept going off, and the alarm going off, and OnStar kept texting me like, check your vehicle, somebody's breaking into your hood, but it was a short in the switch, so they just told me my car was ready. But anyway, so I'm just gonna leave enough elastic here, enough tool here to put the elastic through. When I do my anklets, I don't like the tool to show at the top. I want you to see all ribbon, so I get very close when I sew. So let's see, what time is it? 11:46. That's gonna be our official start time, minus 5 minutes sewing them pieces together, because I want to see how long it takes. So it's about a finger that I'm leaving at the top for my elastic, and I'm gonna sew forward and back stitch, and then you just sew until you get to the end. Now I'm gonna show you, I don't stop in between my anklets. I'm not gonna stop. I'm gonna just sew them all in one long chain, and you guys will be able to see that. You said what, Carrie? You can't find a group? Hold on, I thought you were still in there. Hold on, Facebook. I don't know why Sadie just didn't send you the link. Her ugly self, she's supposed to be helping me out. Is she sleeping?
I be forgetting that I got this damn baby. I'm trying to go in Sam, and I need a whole damn basket. Like, what am I supposed to do with him?
Oh.
What if I wanted to get water? I don't know.
His thing can't fit in the
I ain't like putting it so.
like put the whole car seat in the thing. Oh, you never, that's sad. You never was friends with me in my group. You never supported me.
I was on a sugar and boutique. I mean, the sugar.
Clearly not. You was on probably the page and not the group. That's, you know what? I'ma disown you.
Yeah, that's what I'm telling you. Because I'm like, well, why can't I find it? Why did they pop up saying she going live?
Because you're not a part of me. You don't support me. Okay, I just sent this. Sadil, when she requests to join, can you approve her, please? Y'all messing up my time. And I'm just sliding it over because sometimes as you sewing, it will slide. Hopefully you can see this because it's white. It will, the two pieces sometimes slide. So when you see me stop, I'm just kind of lining them. They don't have to be perfect because they are on the back, but at least where it won't slide too far up and you don't have a place to put your elastic. So that's when you see me stopping, I'm just adjusting that tool. This is the place where we sewed the two together, the two pieces. I'm just gonna lay the seam flat towards me and sew right on top of it. And I have a little bowl or a Tupperware, not Tupperware, like a storage bin, a clear one at the bottom. And so when I'm sewing, all my ribbon goes to the floor, to that little storage bin thing, because I don't want my ribbon on the floor because I have carpet and I just don't want to sit it on the floor. So it's a button over here, and then I have a box of the ribbon over here that I have to sew. So it's not touching on the floor, and then I keep a storage bin under my feet. So the ribbon is not touching the floor. And I sew most of my anklets, not saying be like me, but I do too many colors and heat seal it in. All my anklets either gonna be on a white thread with white tulle or black thread with black tulle. And I also my elastic will match my tulle always. Well, 99.9% of the time. Sometimes I get eager and put a colored tulle, but I don't have time to switch my threads. It's not as easy on here to switch my threads out. So everything I sew, unless it's an outfit, is going to be sewn on white or black thread. So I'm getting close to the end. So instead of you cutting it where you would normally do, you get to the end, you back stitch, come back forward, and then you just get your next one. And then you just heat seal the end. And then you put your next one slightly. I'll show you on this end so you can see better. Huh? I don't see no comments. I'll look at it. Thanks. So right here, you see I just left a small little gap. I backstitch here, and then I backstitch there to start the next anklet. I tag here. Oh, thanks, Kelkate. Hey, TJ. You always taking up for Sadia. Hey, Miss Sheila. She's supposed to be reading off for me, TJ. And she told me, I don't even see people had commented. Boy, I tell you, good help be hard to find. So this is the next part where I sewed those two pieces together. I'm putting the seam towards me. What'd you say? What was the question? Yes, my lives will stay up. Yes, ma'am. Well, I'm assuming it's a ma'am. Well, you talking like you sleep over there. You know I can't hear good. You on this mama ear. I know some people, and I guess I should teach y'all the right way. People make sure they seam, I mean, their line is straight. I do, but then I don't, because once I gather it all together, you're not going to see my stitch lines anyway because of how much ribbon and tulle and stuff I use. And I put my measurements, what I like to use in there. And if you notice, I like grosgrain ribbon. I don't like satin ribbon. It gives the anklets to me a different kind of like wave or sway about them. So I don't use satin. I will if it's a color I can't find or I'm out of a color. But I like grosgrain ribbon a little bit better than satin ribbon. And satin seems to always like leave this weird, when you stitching it, like a snag or something. I don't know. It's just me. Just OCD about me. Huh? No, it's on fast, but I haven't pushed it all the way down. Let me see. I just be scared with this 3-inch tool, but I'll show you with me put my foot all the way down. It's not, no. I graduated to the higher setting, but I'll show you. I haven't actually pushed it all the way down. Let me line this tool up. So this is all the way down. That's all the way down. Oh, and I'm out of bobbin. Let me change my bobbin real quick. It didn't look like it was moving? Because it was going so fast? Or are you talking about when I stopped? Oh, maybe when I stopped. Oh, but yeah, they're anklets. I don't make mine to the sock cupcake. Like TJ said, I do mine as anklets because when I was making them to the sock, one, I couldn't get the fluff that I wanted to get out of them. And then two, when I was doing it for KJ, she'll go outside and play in them and everything else. And I'm like, well, how are we supposed to wash these socks? And Kelvin had threw the socks in the washer. And baby, it was glitter everywhere because it was a pair of her glitter socks. And I'm like, no, it has to be a better way to wash socks. And plus, when you don't make them to the sock, like I have a Jordan pair that I have to do. Let me show you. Let me get it out my little bucket. But like this is my Jordan pair, right? So the parents can wear it with a red sock, a white sock, a black sock, a gray sock. But if you sew it to the sock, you kind of limit what socks you can wear. And then sometimes KJ, like with her, oh, I hit the camera, I'm sorry, I'm putting my bucket back down. Sometimes with KJ, she, with her Converse, oh, I just broke a thread. Really? with her Converse, she don't like to wear socks with them sometimes, or we wear the little footy socks. But if you make them to the sock, you have no choice but to wear that particular sock. But for her, I'm able to mix and match her socks, either no-show socks or the little footies or the ones we used to wear, like, when we used to go to the Kingdom Hall and stuff. You can kind of switch them up if you don't make them to the sock. So it's just my preference. I know some people do make them to the sock, but I do not. I keep them separate. And now with me doing that, I don't have to worry about girl, look at me trying to sew without a bobbin. It'll help if I put the bobbin in, right? Y'all didn't even tell me. Cause I'm like, why is it not sewing? Going crazy over here. Get nervous when I go live. I'm gonna try to get better. But I do get nervous. Stop it. I'm blushing. I can't even get the bobbin in. Stop it. But when you don't make it to the sock, you're it's limited. I mean, your limits are endlessly. You can do anything, any kind of sock, and plus you as the seller will no longer have to worry about selling socks, because that was another thing. I have infant clients, I have toddler clients, I have big girls, I have adults, and then just trying to make sure everybody had a pair of socks. That was another time consuming thing I was doing, is trying to make sure I have all these million pairs of socks. And then some people, for my school people, they wanted navy socks, they wanted white socks, they wanted khaki socks, and I was just like, it's too much just to be providing socks. So that helped me as well. Okay, now I'm tripping. Hold on, y'all. My bobbin act like it don't want to go in. Give me 1 second. I'll kind of tangle my thread up underneath. And so the Juki, this is how it opens up. I just knocked over thread. But that opens up, and then I'm finna I tangled my thread when I was sewing without a bobbin. But that's how the Juki opens up, so you can see underneath it. And that's how you oil your machine. You don't have to oil it manually. Yeah, I see now. Well, I was talking to y'all when I said I never get calls. Sorry about that. I just got a phone call. So I just put my bobbin in. And let's get back started. And then when I come back at the very end, I do it like an assembly line. I do everything together. So I'm going to fix all those threads and cut them off at the very end. Instead of not right now. And while I'm sewing, my other bobbin is over here winding as well, because it's a bobbin winder on the other side of the Juki. See, look at me. My scissors dropping. Too much vibration. Okay, heat seal the next end. Okay, so that's number 2 down, even though we had a little technical difficulties. And I back stitched, so I placed the next one down right under the needle, go forward a little bit, back stitch, and now we on number 3. And remember, these are 6 yards long. The smallest I ever do mine is 4 yards. And that's if somebody want an everyday sock and they don't want them too fluffy. Then I would do 4 yards, like for an infant. 5 yards for a toddler. And 6 yards for a big kid. That's my regular sock. If they want them super fluffy, I just add 1 yard to each. So it'll be 5 yards, 6 yards, and 7 yards. For my elastic, and I'm going to write this down and add it into the group. For my elastic, I do 5 inches for an infant, 6 inches for a toddler, 7 inches for a big girl. Adults, it really depends. I usually do between 8 and 9. I don't get too many adult anklets, but I do get them. For the yardage, I usually do no less than 8 yards if it's an adult. And it's just a simple straight stitch. And again, with the tool, you don't have to worry about if it's straight. You just don't want it to slide too much where you don't have a place to put your elastic. So I'm not adjusting it because it's not straight. I'm adjusting it so I have a hole for my elastic. Okay, we just ended the third one. Oh, this end was already heat sealed, so I don't have to do it. And when I buy my ribbon, I do the 50-yard rolls of ribbon because you can save. If you can get 100-yard, even better. Some colors you can't find in 100-yard, but that's how you'll also make a profit by buying your ribbon a little bit more in bulk. Not buying it at Hobby Lobby because Hobby Lobby usually only have 4 yards of ribbon on one for $4.99 unless you catch it on sale, which is $2.99. Well, 50% off, so usually like $2.60 or something, but it's still not making a good enough profit because you would need 2 for 1 sock. So for 1 pair, you would need 4 rows of ribbon, and if it's not on sale at $5 each, that's $20. But say you're only charging $15, $18, or whatever you decide to charge, so you don't want to buy it through Hobby Lobby. You want to get it in bulk unless it's absolutely necessary. You have to get it through Hobby Lobby. But other than that, you want to buy your ribbons in bulk. My favorite place used to be to buy my ribbons was BB Craft, but now they have been sold out a lot. Just heat sealing my ends since I'm talking about this. They have been sold out a lot with a lot of colors. So right now, I've really been just shopping around for a different ribbon provider. But I haven't found one that I just like. I think this set I got off of Amazon. Or I might have still got it from BB Craft because I needed this color. But I will buy ribbon anywhere for a good price. I'm just trying to find a place where I can get it all. The 3-inch tool, the better price I found. The 3-inch tool, you can get it off of eBay, Amazon, Gifts International. I have been using Gifts International for ribbon. They just take so long with shipping, and their shipping is way higher. So when I ever buy from them, I buy like $500 or $600 worth of stuff at a time just because. Now, I know they sell their tool on eBay. I've been looking to see if I can find their ribbon on eBay. It's a little bit more on eBay. The price of it is more, but you're going to get it a lot quicker from Gift International, and you're going to get free shipping. So you'll save on shipping, so it'll kind of average out the price, but you'll get it a lot quicker. BB Craft, I will buy their tool if it's a particular color or since I already been sewing with it. But actually, I like the tool from Gift International better. And I link links to all that. Now I'm at the end of my tool. So I'm going to open the next pack, and I'm just going to literally lay the new one behind the old one. But I put a list of different places I like, but I'm going to just be honest with you. I get a lot of rush orders, which I need to do better on charging people for a rush fee because I still work full-time and I do have a 4-year-old. So sometimes it stresses me out for a rush order. But you see, I just got a rush order, but it's for my niece. So it's not a big deal. She's graduating. It's her senior, so she want me to do her some senior pants. So that's why I had to make sure I take care of that for her. But I do get a lot of rush orders. So if that happens, like this was a kind of a rush order, sometimes I have to order my my ribbon from Amazon, which is fine. You just don't get a bigger profit cut. Your profit margin is a lot smaller, but I just laid the tool directly behind it. I'll show you guys when I come from the other side of the sewing machine. But the profit margin is a little bit smaller, but when you charge for the rush fee, that helps with that profit margin, and your rush fee is what you want to make. Okay, so I literally laid the tool just back to back, like literally behind, and when you add the elastic, it's not gonna show that it's two separate pieces. You talking to me? What'd you say? You said what's the deal? Oh, you talking to somebody else. I'm sorry, I thought she was telling me somebody had a comment. Oh, 3-inch. Thank you, TJ. And Miss Sheila, you can also use the 6-inch when you go back and watch the video, because I don't think you was here in the beginning. The 6-inch, if I use it, say you wanted to match the pinks, I'm not going to buy pink in a 3-inch tool. That's just me. Because I can't have a whole bunch of colors of tool, and it's a lot of profit that you're losing if you're not selling a lot of one color. But if you was to use the standard 6-inch tool, I don't know where I put it. I just had it. Oh, here it is. If you use the standard 6-inch tool, you do have to trim because the 3-inch won't hang from the bottom. Now, I do have one client that sometimes like the tool hanging out. I don't really like that, but she does when I'm doing like her birthday outfit or stuff. She like the poof. But if you was to line this up, you have all this tool hanging out. So you will have to turn around and go trim this back up. For this, because I have to do 22, I don't want to go back and trim 22 inches. Now, I will use it like for, I was almost out of black and I used it to make those Jordans or something. Or like, my niece have the Coach ones. I have this Coach. My sister wanted the tool in like a off-white creamy beige. I didn't have the small rolls, so I will use it for that to kind of match up a particular color. I use the 6-inch tool. It's just a little bit more time consuming because you got to go back and trim that. Well, you don't have to. Depends on the look you're going for. But I go back on 99.9% of mine is trimmed. So you can use 6-inch. But this particular one is 3-inch. And when you fold it over, it basically makes it 1.5 inches. When you fold over a 6-inch, then that basically make it only 3-inch. But this ribbon is only 1.5 inches. All my ribbon is 1.5 inches. If I have a smaller ribbon, it will be like, say if somebody wanted a silver, I would never, and it's just my preference, I would never sew a full anklet in this silver. If they wanted silver, like the last lady, she wanted silver anklets. It's the same customer, but she did it for homecoming. I took a navy ribbon and I put the silver on top to create a double ribbon. Then, of course, she had to pay for double. But if you put this on here, it does to me, it doesn't give any effect if you put it on here without layering it. And I have, is it cocoa melon? I think I have a cocoa melon due next week. So this weekend, I'm going to come back and sew a rainbow tutu for you guys. I'm probably going to trim it out in a white tool. So you'll get to see a double layered tutu as well as a double layered anklet this weekend. I'm supposed to be babysitting. So don't hold me on this weekend. It might be Monday. But she's picking up. I think she's picking up Wednesday, so it'll be between this weekend. I think that's her order. Who is that? No, that's the Chucky. I got a Chucky order I have to do. But it'll be within this week. I think she needs it for the 1st. She's picking up Monday the 1st, so it'll be sometime within next week because I'm off next week. But I'll show you the double layered tutu and the double layered anklets. So you can see how I do when it's 2 layers. But all my ribbon is 1.5 inches. I don't go smaller than 1.5 inches. If I do, I layer it. That's just my preference and my look. Unless it's a ribbon that I just can't find larger and they don't want it layered or they don't want to pay for the layering, then I will. But I don't like the look. And that's just the smallest I would ever go is 7/8 of an inch though. I just won't sell it. They have to find somebody else. Because I will tell people no. Just because you know it's not going to look right, and then they're going to feel that they didn't get what they paid for, and then that's a whole different story. So to avoid that going forward, I just don't do it. But most of my clients, they just order from me and tell me do whatever I want to do. So I really don't have any that ask for a particular size or something like that. I need to watch the time too because I gotta leave here by 1:45. My dog had puppies and I'm taking them today to get their tail docked. Hopefully it don't take me that long to do that 22. But if I keep stopping it will. But I can't stay on past 1:45 my time. If I don't have to do this part, I wouldn't even it won't even take this long. Like when I'm doing a 6 inch, that's the good thing about 6 inch. I don't have to stop and do all this adjusting. But you get to see next week once I add that layer of ribbon on top, you'll see how fast I go. And next week I will show you how I cut out my tool and everything. But since this one was kind of a rush, I went ahead and cut the ribbon out. But it's just cutting out, you know, just measuring the ribbon. I didn't think y'all needed to see that part. Oh, you can get 6 inch, Miss Sheila. You can get 6 inch. You can definitely get 6 inch. You just have to trim it. You can't leave too big on this side because you'll see more tool than ribbon. Next week I have a little bit more time. I'll show you. But I started off with 6 inch. I only been doing 3 inch. Probably not even. I think TJ can keep me honest. Probably not even a month ago because I told them the first time I did 3 inch. But all I did was 6 inch. It's just the placing of the ribbon. And once I stop this one, I'll show you. Regardless of what size tool I have, I don't care if I have the tool on a bolt. I'm going to place my ribbon the same place. So when you're using your 6 inch, when you putting it down, this ribbon is really long. When you're putting it down, you're still gonna put it close to the top where you're only leaving like a finger, because I use 3/8 of an inch elastic. You'll only leave about a finger wide because that's about how wide my 3/8 of elastic is. Smaller than my finger. So that's what I use as my guide. I'm a finger person. I measure with my fingers a lot, even when making shirts or anything. So I just put my finger down, and I'm still going to sew close to the top, and I'm just going to go back and flip my ribbon off, and I would just go back and trim all this off. I just cut it off. So that's what you're left with. So when you're looking at it from the top, it's going to look like a 3 inch. So you don't have to go and buy more tool or anything like that. That's how I started with 6 inches. You use what you got, but you just still put it close to the top where the elastic is going to go, and then you trim off the bottom. Because sometimes you can find them better deals on 6 inch. I have to see how much the 3 inch cost. It was 25 yards. It wasn't expensive, don't get me wrong. I got 25 yards. I want to say maybe $2.50 or something like that. But I can get 100 yards of 6-inch for $9. So I don't even think it's $9. I'm being gracious. I think it's $8.50, maybe $7.50. So you will save money on using the 100-yard roll of 6-inch. But this is my thing. This is what I always tell myself. Am I out of and my bobbin wasn't even threading, y'all, and I'm out of, really? I think I'm out of bobbin. And I didn't even make sure it was threading. I'm gonna have to use the little piece that got threaded so far so I can keep going. But you're gonna make more money by using, not a lot more, don't get me wrong, a little bit more profit by using the 6-inch tool. But my thing is, everything I sew, I ask myself, do I want to save time or do I want to save money? 9 times out of 10, I can't save both. Something's got to give. But me, I rather work smart than hard. So I rather save time at the point I'm in right now. When I first started my business, I rather save money because what? I didn't have any clients, so I didn't want to charge them too much. Then I didn't have any revenue. My goal was not to use my personal funds as much as possible. So I don't have any business funds because I'm just starting, right? So when I first started, I was saving money. Now I'm at the point where I have a little clientele. I'm starting to put my business like on Etsy and my own website, so to get my business out there more. So now I'm at the point where I can save time. Not saying I want to spend no money. I'm not going to blow no money. Don't get it wrong. But I can save more time than I can save money at the point I'm in now. But in the beginning, it was all about saving money. So I started off at 6-inch ribbon because it saved me a little bit more money. You can find it a lot quicker. I'm not paying, because I think for this, I had to buy more in bulk because of the shipping. So 6-inch tool you can find right there at Hobby Lobby on sale. It won't be the 100-yard roll, but you can even find that on Amazon for not expensive, and it'll get to you a lot quicker. But when you are like this tool I got here, I think shipping would have been like $25 or something crazy, because I think I got this one originally at Gifts International. But I'm like, okay, $25. Well, let me buy a lot, you know, to make my $25 feel like I did something with it. So I bought a lot. I bought tool, I bought ribbon, I bought the 3-inch tool. I bought a lot. But that's because I wanted to make sure that I felt like I got my shipping worth. But in the beginning, I wanted to save money. I can get that profit back to my clients to build clientele, because not being cocky or anything like that, but once I have a client, they not going nowhere. I put too much love and quality in my work. I feel can't nobody compete with me. Not saying that's not true, but that's the way I feel, and my energy absorbs to my clients. So if I feel that way, they feel that way. Like I have clients where I'm like over 10 years deep. They kids are old, and now they come to me for senior stuff and all that kind of stuff, where they've been a client so long. And that's why people say, you share your information, because next week I'm gonna share a different tip. I just don't have time today, but where you can do it as a gathering stitch. But people say, you share your information, and I look at it like this. I'm in Texas. There's 1 billion people in the world. I'm in Dallas. You might be in Houston. You might be in Atlanta. You might be even in Dallas. But our clientele probably would be different. And I feel can't nobody steal a client from me, because that's how I feel, how cold I am. You can't take my client. So why not share my knowledge? Because, and if you can take my client, don't get it wrong. If you can, then they weren't meant to be my client. But I'm going to share my knowledge. I learned from somebody, so why not pass it forward or whatever? Because if they my client, my loyalty to them, their loyalty to me, they're not going anywhere if they're my true client or whatever. So I don't mind sharing what I learned because we all can eat together, you know? I knew that was going to go out fast. We all can eat together. I don't mind sharing, you know? But that's just my mentality. I don't think it's anything that I'm not willing to share with anybody. Anything you ask, I share if I know it. Some stuff I make up as I go. Like I just did a bell bottom jumpsuit pattern that was one shoulder that I don't mind showing y'all how I did. But I don't even remember how I did it, to be honest, because I rigged it up, you know. I just made it. So some things I'm gonna have to start, I guess, going live as I'm doing it. Cause honestly, and it's not that I don't want to share it. Half of the time I need to go live or record it, cause I don't remember what I did. That's the crazy part. My mind that bad. I'm not gonna remember. So it's not that I won't share, but I might honestly don't remember. But to make a long story short, I'm just saying that, you know, I'm here to kind of give back and help people out because people have helped me out along the way and stuff like that. So that's the reason for this sewing class. I was talking to some people about, because people been wanting me to do a sewing class where maybe not really charging for the knowledge, but some people don't know what materials to buy. Some people don't have time to go to the stores. Some people want me to pre-cut tool for them and things like that. So what the class will be is you not paying me to learn it. You're paying me because what I do is ship everything you need for that material. I will buy the pattern and send you the size you need. I will buy, or say it's the ribbon size. I will buy the tool, send you the tool you need, send you the ribbon you need, send you everything you need so you don't have to go get it. So it's not like you paying to learn. You're just paying for me to send you the materials because some people can't get out. Some people don't know what material it is. Sometimes I don't know what material it is. It feels good. It got a stretch to it, so I'm going to use it today, you know? So that will be, if I decide to do that, it's the class that that would be how I consider it as a class, or however you want to do it. Is like we say next month I'm going to sew, say a tutu, a 3-layer tutu. Well, by say the 15th of this month, I would just go ahead and send you everything you needed for the 1st of next month. You have all your materials that you could possibly need, and that way you don't have to go get it. You don't have to think about where did she get this from or what material is it and stuff like that. It's just already there. So if I was to do something like that, that's the kind of class I would do. Not really me teaching you how to do it, but more paying for me to go, not paying for me, but me providing the materials for you so you don't have to pay that $25 shipping fee. I'll just order the materials and it'll already be at your doorstep for the next class. But that's just something I'm thinking about. Not saying that I would do it, but just something, you know, that I might do, because I have a lot of questions like, well, what material? I don't know what knit feels like. I don't know well, everybody know what suede feel out, but you know what I mean. Look at me. I ran off the road. So if that happens, you run off the road, you just back it up a little bit. Go back to where you was, back stitch it, because I'm going to cut that thread. You don't have to start all over or anything like that. You just back stitch it because I'm going to cut that thread and start back sewing. Sometimes this little juke can get away from me. I ain't going to lie. It can be fast. I just broke a thread. Come on now, you don't never break. Why are you tripping with me today? It's because you camera shy. I know. I don't name my machines, but I do talk to them. So it get lonely in here sometimes. Don't think I'm crazy when I'm talking to the machine. Now come on. There we go. So it broke. So I'm gonna just back up some, back stitch, come back and fix it. And then what was I finna say? And all my threads I just cut out at the end. As I'm adding the elastic, I can see where I got extra threads at, and then that's when I go back and trim. And I do sew my elastic shut, and I do sew my ribbon end shut once I put one together. My battery low today, and I ain't got another charger. It might hang up on you. I might have to just start looking at the comments. My iPad battery low too, and that charger in the car. I might not be able to read comments at all. I guess I didn't think this through. Well, I can put it on my computer. Hold on, y'all. I'm gonna plug up in my iPad. I think they always take my iPad charger, but I'm gonna put my iPad in just in case. My sister's on the other phone feeding me y'all questions, but just in case that phone go dead, I have my iPad to read them. But my iPad is about to go dead as well, so I'm gonna just charge it up. Okay, Miss Sheila, bye. Yeah, I saw it say she watching it. Okay. Oh, that end already heat sealed. Sometimes as I'm cutting it, I will heat seal it. That's why you see some ends already heat sealed. So I'm not going crazy by not using the lighter. I lost count what number we were on. But I can say my box is getting a little lighter. Sit down. I think my let me see if I can put it with my phone. I think my phone about to go dead. You didn't have to stay on FaceTime. You could have just called me regular. You thought who? Oh yeah, I thought you said she got off. I thought she said she had to go. She getting in line to get her grandbabies. Yeah. No, she not on the phone. I think I did see it pop up that she was watching. I don't know if I'm gonna go live making my niece her senior stuff, because her mom is in the group, and I'm doing her mama shirt too, and I want to surprise them. So I don't know if I'm gonna live doing the shirt and the pants, because she knows it. She'll join so she can see. I got off again. I can't believe she's a senior already. Dang, time go by fast. Okay, so I'm out of the tulle on that one. I'm just gonna get the next row. That's the only bad thing about it being a 25-yard roll of tulle. Since you're using 6 yards, or well, let's say on average 5 yards, you only get 5 anklets out of one roll. And like I said, I think the roll was like $2.50. That's another reason why sometimes I just use if it's like 1 or 2 anklets, I just use the 100-yard rolls and trim it, because you use a lot of tulle doing this, because sometimes the tulle will even together, so you're using actually more. But that's why I was talking about saving money. You actually would save with the 100-yard. You get more anklets out of it. It's just that trimming for me. But if I'm doing like a triple layer one, I definitely go ahead and use the 6-inch roller tulle. And that's what, I don't know. There's a whole bunch of colors in cocoa melon. I don't think I'm gonna do but 2 rows for the cocoa melon. It's just too many colors, and I like to let it look clean. And that mom added on some shoes, so I gotta figure out. Each time I make something, I try to make it different, so no 2 people will have the same outfit. But with cocoa melon, it's only so much you can do. And I don't like cocoa melon with 7 colors, like all the colors on the shoe. So I have to think about how I'm gonna do that cocoa melon. Why do I keep moving off? I know, because I'm sitting it kind of crooked. I know that's what it is. I sit at an angle because my legs are not that long, and to lift the presser foot, you gotta use your knee. So it's hard for me to sit back in a chair and still be able to reach everything, but it also make my body feel crooked. I might show y'all the Chucky outfit I gotta do. I only have to do the overalls. I don't have to do the shirt. The mom is ordering a shirt from Amazon. But I do have to add the fabric to the bottom of the overalls. And you know, the red splatter. And I'll probably distress them, because you know the original Chucky had distressed overalls on. Like cut slices. might be fun for us to do together. Well, not together, because I'm sure y'all not trying to make no Chucky overalls. But for y'all to see me do. Sheila, I see you back. It was something you said earlier I was gonna tell you. I had too much tool on the side. Oh, okay. I think that's what I was gonna say. Did not know where to look. I'm a finger person too. Yeah, I was gonna say, yeah, you gotta, I mean, it just depends. I know some people like showing the tools, but it just depends. But I say you had said you have to go get in line for the babies. I gotta go take my dog had puppies. They're Morkies, Yorkie and Maltese mix. But I'm gonna go ahead and have their tail docked, and you have to do it before they turn 5 days old. So that's why I said I gotta leave it too. Then I gotta pick up my little one. I usually leave here by 3 to get her, and then pick up my car from the dealership. It was the horn sensor doing it, like I said earlier. So, and then whatever, I don't know when I get back if I'm gonna go live to finish up what I'm gonna do, because after this is the only tedious part. After this, you're just adding in the elastic and sewing it together, sewing the ends together. I can show y'all that when I do the next set. And then since this is my cheer one, I do a little something different with the cheerleader one. I'll post y'all a little video, but I add something to my cheer ones. I'm gonna surprise y'all so y'all can see why I call it my cheer anklets. Yeah, distress it around where I put the letters. Yeah, I distress it again. See y'all, that's why I said I ain't gonna go live showing her jeans, because she'll be able to see what I'm doing. That was fast out of that bobbin. But I distress them, Carrie. It was simple. Yep, I was out of bobbin. And that's what I like about the Juki too. It's easy to wind and thread the bobbin. It basically, as you're sewing, it threads the bobbin for the next bobbin for you. So that is easy. I mean, one thing I like about it. The only thing I don't like is the Juki. It only does a straight stitch. They do have another industrial machine called the Reliable. It does straight and zigzag stitch. I think I want to buy me a second one, especially while it's getting kind of cool. I like to sit in the garage with the garage door open, getting a breeze and watching TV out there sometimes. and then my husband be out there, so sometimes we'll all sit out there. But I can't keep pushing this sewing machine back and forth, so I might buy a second one. If I do, I think I'm gonna try out the Reliable, just because it does the zigzag stitch. So when I'm sewing clothes, a lot of times I have to go, I sew it on my serger and then do like a top stitch on my Juki, and then move to my Viking. My other sewing machine is a Viking. It's a little bit faster than like the Singer and all that stuff, and it's more automatic, but I finished the zigzag stitch on my Viking. And I'm just like, I be doing a lot of moving when I could just get a Reliable, since it's industrial and it goes fast. Just do that on my get the Reliable because it does the zigzag stitch. But I don't know, because I really want a new embroidery machine. I want the 15 needle one because you got more space. Like where you can embroider like longer stuff, top to bottom. Yeah, vertical. I think it's vertical. Yeah, you can embroider longer. So like a pair of jeans you can embroider, a baby gown you can embroider, and stuff like that. So I want the 15 needle one as soon as I pay off this 10 needle one. And he only will give me a corner in his garage, so I gotta use my corner wisely. If I'm gonna put an embroidery machine in there or another sewing machine. The only bad thing about the embroidery machine though, putting it in there, is like it really does all the work. So I feel like while I'm embroidering, I should be sewing. But if I had a sewing machine in there, it'd give me an excuse. But that's probably why he don't want it in there. He probably like, you trying to take over my man cave and be all up in here with me? I just like to breathe. I put it in the backyard for all I care if I knew it wouldn't get wet. I'm an outdoor person. I like windows open, doors open, fresh air. Do you already have an embroidery machine, Miss Sheila? Would you have a single needle? Do you ever supply any socks with any? No, I stopped supplying socks with my ankle. I used to. I was saying that earlier in the video. Well, let's answer that question first. I was saying that earlier in the video because I get a lot of people with infant, then toddler, then big kids, like school age kids. Then I get some teenagers and adults. I was ending up buying so many socks, but like say for instance, I might get one adult a year, right? But I was advertising they come with socks. So the adult is figuring they gonna get a pair of socks too, you know? And then I was just buying too many socks, and I still got socks over there that KJ be wearing right now from when she was a baby, because now she in big girl size. And I would just have all these surplus of socks, and some people didn't want white, some people wanted black, some people wanted navy, and it was just becoming too much. And I'm only charging $1 a sock, so it ain't like I'm making nothing off the sock, you know. I'm just charging them what I paid for. So I'm like, I'm gonna stop supplying it. Now if I have a client that just absolutely want the sock, I will supply it. But I was thinking about KJ and a lot of my clients, when they wear their Converse, they don't want the fold over socks. They like the no-show socks. They don't want the tongue tie. They don't want the socks to show at all. So with that being said, I wasn't gonna supply a fold over, a no-show, you know, different varieties. So what I did is I just took my price down by $1, because I had just upped it by $1 to include the sock. I just dropped my price by $1, and I stopped including the sock. Now I do have some that be like, no, I want the sock, and like I said, I still have piles and piles of socks over there, or like as an extra gift. Usually if a person spend over $300 with me, I will throw some stuff in there. Just depend. Like at the beginning of the pandemic, I would throw masks in there and stuff like that. So sometimes I will throw in a sock just to be throwing it in and get rid of it if it's a size I don't get often. But for the most part, no ma'am, I do not supply socks. Only upon requested. But most don't request. And then the way I sell it to them, I'll be like, you know, your daughter outside wearing these socks, their feet get dirty, they get sweaty. How you supposed to wash? Well, that's why I stopped making it on there. That was my selling point. How you gonna wash the socks if I'm making it, the anklet, the ribbon to the sock? It'll make it, you washing on hands. I mean, that many people don't wash on hand no more. So that's how I first stopped sewing it to the sock. That was my selling point, you know, cleanliness and the ability to switch out socks. I'm like, well, today she can wear a pink sock with this one. Tomorrow she can wear a white sock. People think it's different anklets and you only bought one pair. So that's how I stopped sewing it to the sock. Now, I just call them anklets. I don't call them ribbon socks. When you call them ribbon socks, they expect a sock. So I call them anklets. And then I let them know mine do not come with the sock. And then I haven't had any complaints at all. And if I have somebody say, oh, I thought I was getting a sock, and I'll be like, well, I'll just throw a sock in there for you. But once I'm out, I won't buy anymore. Yeah, that's my daughter. When she wear her Converse, she don't, I'm gonna just be honest. Half of the time, she might not wear a sock at all. Just being 100% honest with you, she probably won't wear a sock. But like when she wear her Air Force Ones, I don't like the sock to show. That's me personally. So I tell my parents, you know, like, girl, you can flip that up. Like I showed earlier, that Jordan anklet that I'm doing a vendor show at a trail ride. So I made some Jordans, I made some coats, and then some solid colors, and then I got like for my coach, I got a coach. I just post a video, a picture. I got a coach purse to match, a coach hair bow. For the Jordan, I got a Jordan purse to match, a Jordan hair bow. Now, the coach bows I did make. The purse I did not make. Well, neither of the purses I didn't make, and I didn't make the Jordan hair bows. The only reason why I made the coach hair bow, because the lady I got it from, I didn't like the color of her leather. It just seemed more tannish versus goldish looking. But I'm gonna sell it as a set at the show. So it's her purse, her bow. She doesn't make the purse per se. She just add like the leather piece to the purse. But I think she glues it on. But because who I am, I don't really like a lot of glue. I go back and I sew like the Jordan purse down, and then for the coach, it was made like that. I'm sure it probably came from China or Shein, or who knows where they come from, but I'm sure she just ordered it somewhere, and I just paid her, and then I'm gonna add the anklets to match. And the Jordan one, I'm gonna sew it down and then add the anklet and the bow. She made the bow. But I'm gonna add them like a set and sell it that way. But the point I'm making, make a long story short, I'm sorry, got off subject. But the coach and the Jordan have multiple colors in it. So I'll be like, when a parent be asking about the sock, I'll be like, girl, because with this coach sock, you can wear a yellow sock, you can wear a red sock, you can wear a blue sock, you can switch it up. And I was like, and people think you got all these different pairs of socks, and you're not changing the anklet, you're just changing the sock. And then they be like, you know what, that's a good idea. And then they don't ask me about no sock no more. So I'm like, why would you want a white sock and it's a beige and a whole bunch of other different colors? And they be like, you right. And that's just how I sell it. You know, I mean, they could get white because I sew it in white anyway, but I don't know, I have a gift of gab, and it just be sounding good, and they be like, you sure right. And I be like, see? And then they stop asking me about socks. And now for new people, I don't even tell them because they never knew I had socks to begin with. I just ensure that I say it's an anklet, and my anklets are not made on a sock. And they don't even ask, well, do you provide the sock? Because who don't got socks, you know? Well, I ain't gonna say who don't have socks, but you know, let's just say the average kid got a pair of socks. I just saw it's 1 o'clock, so move a little faster. I think we halfway through. This box looking kind of empty over here. It's only been an hour, but I've been talking technical difficulties. I don't think it really would have took an hour. Look at my phone. It vibrates so much when I go fast, my phone drops. You said what? Just heat seal. I might, probably 15 minutes before I need to go, I might just cut one off and put it together so y'all can see that. So you can just see, but that part is, like I said, the simple part. And I mean, all of it is simple, don't get me wrong, but this is like the tedious part, especially when you got to do 22 of them. People be like, oh, you just have to do 11 anklets. No, that's 22 because you got 2 feet. And they be like, oh yeah, it's a little bit more time consuming when you think of it that way. If I position my light correctly. And if you your sewing machine won't hold like a pole at the bottom, it's a lady that I watch. We do about the same thing. I just watch people to support them on YouTube because I know that's how they get paid. But she has a cart that she puts her ribbon on, and it holds so you can spin. Because if your ribbon is just laying on the floor and it's still on the roll, it flops all over the place and get real tangled. And that's time consuming too to untangle. I keep sewing off the thing. To untangle, unwind, because it'll get spinny. That's time consuming too. But if you have it on a roll, like how my tool is just unrolling. So you can get creative. Like on my my husband built me a wood table for my other sewing machine. On that one, I went under there myself and got these little hooks. I don't know what kind of hooks I found them at. Home Depot, but I just screwed them into the wood legs and bought a dowel from Hobby Lobby, and the same kind of dowel I got down here, I got over there, and I just set the dowel on it, and I'm able to put my ribbon even if I was to move to my other sewing machine or take the same dowel, whatever you want to do. But I think it cost me all of maybe $5 to do that, because you don't need a thick dowel, and most ribbons come with a hole in the middle, so you can even a big tool you can put through there. This one you can't, because my dowel is too big, but most of them have a bigger hole in the middle, and you can slip the dowel right on through. And because you want it to kind of spin, you want it to unwind versus twirl up, twist up, because that's time consuming too, trying to unwind it while it's on the roll, because it's harder to unwind it. Now if you sewing like how I did in bulk, because if it's just one anklet, say a double layer, I will cut my top layer, my solid color, my grosgrain ribbon, I will cut that, and then on my glitter I will leave that on the roll, and I'll put my glitter on the dowel, and then let my glitter unwind, so I won't cut my glitter, because sometimes when you cut it, it be it'll wind up, you know, it'll twirl up, but not only that, you don't cut it the right length, and you be wasting ribbon, and I'm not gonna waste that glitter ribbon. And that's another thing, I used to always find glitter ribbon in bulk. Now it's so hard to find, I might have to just be ordering a lot of rolls from Hobby Lobby. But I use so much, those also come with only 5 yards on the roll, and I use so much doggone ribbon that those rolls really, you remember I told you I sewed my ends together, so you gotta go in there and pre-sew the ends, and you can just buy it in bulk. But I used to get it from BB Craft in bulk for glitter, and I don't know if they was affected by China or what's going on, but I cannot find like any colors of glitter ribbons. Everything is showing out of stock. Some of them even show the link is not available, like they're not gonna sell it again. And I think I found some at where did I find this one at? Either Ribbon Retreat, or I don't know, I be all over the place. Maybe Paper Mart. I don't know where I found the glitter ribbon, but they only had black, white, and silver. It might have came from BB Craft, I don't remember, but wherever it came from, they only had 3 colors: black, white, and silver. So I haven't really been able to like add multicolor, so I might have to just start ordering from Hobby Lobby. But there goes your profit, because Hobby Lobby, they don't care how many you order, it's still gonna be $4.99 a roll, unless, like I said, they're having on sale that week. You can order it online for their sale week, so you get it cheaper. But it's still, when I would get 25 or 50 yards of glitter ribbon for like $8, now I'm gonna get, even if it's on sale for $2.50, you're getting, well, I guess, no, because it's only 5 yards, 5, 10, 15. You're getting 20 yards of ribbon for $10, when I was getting 50 yards, maybe 100 for $10. You see what I'm saying? But you can't find it nowhere. I done been on China, but it's a certain kind of glitter. Like, I seen the ones that's the velvety like glitter. I seen the ones that's on grosgrain ribbon and got the glitter. I don't like that. The one I use is like a metallic with the glitter. Like, it has like a metallic back and the glitter front. That's the one I like. But it's been hard to find. So I don't know what I'm gonna do, because I promise I get a lot of people that want 2 layers. gonna check the time after this one too, and see what time it is, because I might just go ahead and show y'all put one together with this go round, or if I can sew one more. I think I probably got like 5 left, if that. Oh shoot. Okay. And if you sit closer to your sewing machine, you do have more control on where you're sewing. I'm sitting further back because I'm trying to control more of the tool at a time to sew a bigger stretch at a time. Hope that makes sense. So that's why I'm sliding all over the place, because I should be up here sewing, but I'm trying to control more tool to sew. So when I'm controlling this, I'm sewing from here all the way back. So that's why I'm sitting kind of back to sew. Oops. See, and just talking about controlling it. There we go. But that's why I keep sliding off. If I want to sew on ribbon socks, I would be closer, like if it was an outfit. Just because I don't want, I want it to be more precise. But right now, I want more. I want to sew more. I hope that made sense. It made sense in my brain. Ooh, that bobbin be winded fast. And when I do it like that, the tool is all over the place. I have to stop more times for the tool to straighten out the tool. I had to do this while KJ not here. She would have been all up in my lap, trying to talk to y'all, trying to help me sew everything. Yeah, I don't have that many left. have used 1, 2, 3. I'm on my 5th roll of tools. And if any one of y'all want to go live in a group sewing, I'm all for it. Even if you're sewing, so we can help you. If you're sewing because you're trying out a new, take some of these off. If you're sewing, so we can help you. If you're sewing, trying to try out a new pattern or anything, you're more than welcome to go live. You're more than welcome to post your work in the group. Somebody want to buy, you're more than welcome. I'm just not responsible, and I need to put that in there. If you do any transactions, it's outside of the group, but I don't mind you showing off your work or anything like that. If you got a YouTube channel, I don't mind you showing your YouTube, because I like to watch people go live or watch videos and stuff when I sew. So I definitely support you guys. I'm trying to start up a YouTube channel. It's the editing for me. And the way my computer is set up, I can go live from YouTube, but it only have to be through a computer. I can't do it through my phone. I don't know if I can do it through my iPad, but it just says through a computer. And my camera is not long enough, so I have to try to find like a cord to bring my computer camera over here so you guys can see, because my computer is behind me on one of these sides, this side. And my camera won't reach, but I'm gonna try to figure it out, because I think I'm gonna go live on YouTube, because I know in Facebook the videos, as people start to post and stuff, the videos can get lost. They're kind of further down and harder to search for them. But if I do it on YouTube, you know, it's easier to search the group, and you can add like a little clip art. I mean, not a clip art, but you know, a thumbnail, so you can see what video you're looking for and stuff like that. So I'll probably be going live both places. Like, you can stream it to go live in 2 places or whatever, but I don't know. I haven't decided. Clearly this is my first live video, so I'm getting out the kinks. And again, if you see a pattern and you want us to go through it together, just tell me the pattern. I'll go out and buy it, or I might already have it. And we can do like sew-alongs that way too. Maybe inside of a room or inside of a Zoom or something like that, so we can all talk together. And my sister don't have to be on the phone kind of reading out y'all comments. But we can do it together and talk to each other and kind of do a sew-along. And then I'll be on there doing the pattern for the first time, like y'all, you know. But I have some designs and patterns in mind as well. For the most part, I will be mainly working on patterns that you know what I'm trying to say, patterns that I have an order for. But in between orders, I don't mind doing patterns that I don't have an order for. KJ got to wear a lot of different things. It's drug week at school next week. So I think I'm torn between the decade day. She really likes skirts. I really want to do a full skirt. But then I also want to do like a black empowerment, like a little afro, and she would have to wear a wig because she have locks like me, so she can't wear her hair in a fro. But a afro, like a Black Panther type thing with the little beret and a black leather jacket, a black shirt, black pants, black combat boots. Might get kicked out of school, but we'll be all right. Tell her everywhere she walk, put her fist up. Yeah. But that might be what I'm torn between that and a poodle skirt. So if I do the poodle skirt, I'll come on live showing you how I sew it just out of a circle skirt. But I really want to do the Black Panther. But I've been having a hard time finding Oxfords. And I know you can wear kids with a poodle skirt, but to me, you got to wear those Oxford shoes. That's true poodle skirt. attire. So I've been torn, but I gotta make a decision because it's next week. And like one day she gotta wear red, white, and blue. I don't want her to wear a flag or whatever. I was thinking about a Dallas Cowboy fabric and then adding red like socks or something with it. I don't know what outfit with the Dallas Cowboys, because they give you that blue and the white and add like a red something to it. I just don't want to wear, you know, if it's 4th of July, I don't care. I'm just walking around in a patriotic flag or something like that, nah. So I got to decide what I do. But I try to come live whenever I do stuff like that, because like I said, I be over here like one day she got to wear a princess. I'm thinking about doing Belle or Snow White, but I don't have no pattern for that. I would just make it up, you know, or put a couple patterns together or something like that. So it just depends on what I decide to do, but I have something in mind before next week. I think it got to be a superhero one day. I don't know if I'm gonna make her Wonder Woman or use the Wonder Woman costume here, or maybe make her I don't know. I haven't decided. I'm gonna say make a Camilla Harris vice president. That's a superhero, right? I think so. With her pearls and her chips. I'm just saying. Let me look at the time. I think my sister might have hung up. Oh, my phone went dead. It was on the, oh, you know what? I don't think the computer's on. I'm surprised my iPad ain't went dead. Or unless KJ broke this charger. Let's see what time it is. Oh, it's 1:15. Okay, after this one, I'm gonna do one for y'all. I guess for the computer to charge, you gotta have the computer gotta be like not in sleep mode. I don't know. I don't want to cut it from the back. I want to keep my chain going. Let me cut it from the front. Oh, I ain't gonna be able to find the front. Never mind. Let me cut it from the back. Because we have done a lot, guys. We have done a lot. I appreciate y'all being here with me. Because I wouldn't have got through this without y'all. Okay. So, all I do, I separate the chain how I just cut it. I don't know why it's looking dark. Over here. Okay. I separate the chain where I just cut it. I don't want this to fall off, so I'm going to just put this there. Then I have my elastic. And I take 2 safety pins. Now, they do have, like, this that you... I don't even remember the name of it, but I can link it. Where you can clip the elastic to. You can clip the elastic to, and you use this end to feed it through your channel. And then you would just pin the other side of the elastic like this. The only thing I found about this tip sometimes tend to go through the tool and it end up taking more time than necessary. There is a silver one that does the same thing. It clamps on one end and you can feed it through. Same scenario though. To me, it goes through my tool. So for my anklets, now for everything else, I do use those to thread elastic. Well, sometimes I still stick with the safety pins. But I use safety pins because the safety pin is rounded off and not a point. So it's not going to go through the tool. So you just feed the safety pin through. Okay. So you just feed it through. And then right when you get close to the end, you don't want this to go all the way through because you'll have to start over. So you take your second safety pin and you kind of push it through the tool, the elastic, everything at once so it'll hold on to it. Oh yeah, she just said my phone doing, hey Regina. And then all the way through. Yeah, I make circle skirts. You don't necessarily have to put, you can put the tool on top or the tool underneath. Either one. That's not what makes it. I think when you say make it swirl, because I was trying to figure out the other day what you was talking about, and that's why I asked for a picture. I'm a visual person, so I don't know what you mean by make it swirl. But if we were talking about, like, when we used to go to church back in the day, we had the dresses on. We'd ask our parents for the dresses, so when we spin, the dresses spin. That necessarily, you don't have to put a fabric underneath. Even your tutu would do that, but you don't need, keep me honest, you don't want, like, shoot, I had to look for KJ a video. I think it was her 2nd birthday. I did it, but you want more of the mesh tool versus the tutu kind of tool, because there's 3 kind of cool tools. There's mesh, which is more like flowy. It'll kind of hang. It's not gonna poof out. I'll show you some in just a second. The other one is tool. This the nylon tool is kind of the softer tool. So it poofs out, but not as much. And then you got your polyester. That one is a stiffer, rougher tool. If you're trying to get a tutu to stand out, you want more of a polyester type tool, and of course more tool on the thing. So there's 3 different type of tools. To get where I think you're saying for it to spin, you don't have to add fabric underneath. You need a softer, flowy tool. If you're using tools that you'll make a tutu out of, a tutu will still spin, but it's out. So you're not going to get that swirl effect. You need like a mesh type tool if you want it to be tool. Or you can use, like you said, just fabric, but you don't have to layer it. I mean, you can if you want to. But when I layer mine is opposite. I put the tutu underneath and my fabric on top. Because I want my fabric to stand out. The only time I ever put fabric, like KJ's Cinderella outfit, oh, I'm at the end. That was quick. And then I just safety pin them, make sure it's turned. And I'll go back to that story. Make sure it's turned, and then you just take this safety pin and pin it to this elastic, and we just sew all the ends together. So I'm going to start off sewing the elastic together. I'm going to go back and forth a few times. Then I'm going to follow up and just sew the ribbon together. That'll be one time. But anyway, so Miss Sheila, if you want it to spin, you need a softer, flowy tool. That's what gives it the spin, you know. And you also want, you don't even have to do it as a circle skirt. The only time I put fabric under tool is if I need it to be like a slip where you won't see through the tool. I don't never put fabric under my tool to get the swirl effect. I change the type of tool. Not saying you can't, but it creates more of a lining. It's not going to help you get your effect. You're just using more material that you don't have to if you're only doing it for that effect. I do it when I don't want my tool for you to see through it. And I'll show you KJ's Cinderella outfit. It's on my Instagram, the Sugar and Spice Boutique. She has fabric on top, tulle underneath, because I want the tutu to, I wanted the skirt to stand out. And then she has another lining under the tulle because I don't want her dress to be see-through, right? So that's when I would do it the way you're saying it, but not for a swirl effect. That's just changing the type of tulle or just using straight fabric. And even with mesh, the outfit I'm gonna show, I think it was her 2nd birthday. I did her a Mickey Mouse. That might be on my Instagram too. If not, it's on her Instagram, Kensley, KENZLI JADE on Instagram. She has and then from here, this is how fluffy we are, but then you spread it out. So you use how much tulle based off of how fluffy you want it. But since this is for cheerleader girls, I don't want it too fluffy. I didn't want it condensed because of what I'm gonna add to it. Plus, the more ribbon I add, the more the price change. And the coach is buying 11 pair, so I wanted to keep it reasonable for her. She didn't ask how much tulle, and it's different age girls. So without her telling me all their ages, I'm doing everybody uniform at 6 yards. But anyway, so you want like a mesh. Like on her Mickey Mouse dress, she can spin in it. Even the one I did for her for my son's graduation, she can spin in it, and it was mesh. I didn't have to add fabric underneath. And I just, because it was see-through, I just added her some shorts underneath. I made some shorts out of the same material, but you don't have to add fabric unless you're talking about a different style. But if you're talking about swirl, like when they spin, the dress kind of turns up, you don't have to add fabric underneath. You can, but it's not a requirement to make it spin. So this is the anklets. And then once I add whatever else I'm adding on to it, I'll show you guys. Then I will fix it more. But normally, I just kind of turn some up like this. Turn it up. Turn it up. And turn up. And I don't really like the condensed look where it looks so tight. The ribbon don't move. But that's my preference. Again, if you want it tighter, you add more yards, probably just one more yard. This is 6. You probably just have to add 7 on a 6-inch elastic. But basically, this is what you get for the anklet, and this is what it'll look like. And you can some girls was putting it on their wrists, but it's a nice size. Now let me show you this mesh right quick, and then I need to put my shoes on and take the puppies to the vet. So give me 1 second. So this is mesh. It's softer, so it's gonna flow. So when you're spinning, the air is gonna catch it, so it will create that swirl effect. But it's real soft. You won't use mesh for poofiness, and you can either do it one or two ways. You can do a circle skirt, but to me, to get the full out effect that you want, if you do a circle skirt, I only do a circle skirt because I only want one seam, if that makes sense. If I don't mind it having multiple seams, like 2 seams, maybe 3, I don't do a circle skirt. Circle skirts, you lose a lot of fabric. On circle skirts, I'm tending to save money, not time. And even to me, it's a little bit more tedious on a circle skirt to do the waistband than the other way. So what I do is I will just cut like a strip and then sew those 2 strips together, or however many I want. For the mesh, I usually sew 5 strips together, but I would do it in strips. And I'll show you guys, I did a cocoa melon skirt set like that, but I would sew it, but it was fabric. I would just do strips and create that out, so when she spinned, she still was able to get it to swirl without wasting so much fabric and so much extra materials. That's what I'm trying to say. But you can do it with mesh, and you don't have to add nothing underneath. Now you will, so you can't see their panties, but you can just add a pair of shorts or something like that. You don't have to add extra fabric, because the extra fabric is not going to help it swirl. It's the lightweightness of this mesh is what's going to create that swirl. If that's what you mean about a swirl effect. Again, I'm not sure that terminology. That's why I was saying if you had a picture or something, send me the picture and I could look at it. I'm a visual person, and then I can probably figure out what they did to make it. If it's just you thinking that's what you need to do, then I don't think to accomplish the spin for them spinning, you don't have to. I'm gonna just add this just so I won't lose my chain effect. Since I got all them socks down there, I'm gonna just start one more pair, but I gotta get out of here. But you don't have to add fabric underneath to create that if that's what you mean by the swirl effect. You can, but you don't have to. That's an extra price on fabric. Now you're doing it for your grandbaby. Hey, if I had a grandbaby, cost wouldn't matter. For KJ, cost don't matter. But if you're doing it for a client, you're charging them way more for effect, that you don't have to do that extra step or charge them that extra amount of money, because you don't need it just to get that swirl effect. If that's what you're talking about. I'm not sure if that's what you mean when you say to get it to swirl. It's all about the way you sew the skirt or whatever. And I have videos that I haven't shared just because I can't get them to edit. But yeah, I might already have a video showing. I had to go through it. I gotta learn how to edit. I just gotta get a good editing. Well, I think I have finally a good editing software. I just gotta get my pictures off of my phone because I record with my phone. I gotta get my stuff off my phone in order to get them like on my computer, so I can't edit. So I do have other videos out there, but I did not record the cocoa melon. But I'll upload a video of it. I'll probably just create me an album with different things I've done, and that way y'all can see. And then if you're interested in something, let me know. But I think that's what you're talking about, because I even did it for KJ's back to school skirts. Oh, do I know where that skirt is? I know where the fabric is. I don't know where she put that skirt, because she can't wear it to school no more. She does uniforms, and KJ gets naked anywhere. I don't remember if I seen the skirt, but if I see the skirt, I'll let you know. I'm not sure. My thing just splashed and did something crazy. But I'll show you, Miss Sheila, and see if that's what you're talking about. But I think that's what you're talking about. I'm not 100% sure, but I'll post some pictures just so you can see, and you let me know if that's what you mean. I'm trying to sew a couple more pair because I don't have to get up until 1:45, so I can go and knock this out. Any more questions before I get ready to leave this live? Because I probably only going to be on by 10 more minutes. Regina, you gonna go live for us next? Sewing something? I'll be watching you. I'm serious. Yeah, all family. Oh, look, y'all. We got one more. Oh, no, yeah, we got one more. Woo! We finished this. Shoot, what y'all talking about? We beat that. And y'all kept me company. I'm used to talking to myself anyway, but at least I didn't feel weird talking to myself this time. What you want to see me playing on in Excel? No, you sewing. I want to see you sewing. I've been seeing all this stuff you were making. You don't post as much no more, but I was peeping it. All them different mask designs you came up with. Well, you ain't got to share your secrets. But I be seeing a little stuff you was coming up with. But I take an Excel like a lesson. We'll show people how to do a profit and loss margin in Excel. Margin in Excel. I take that too. Well, I'm almost out of 2. Will I make it? I got one more row. I'm saying on this roll, I'm almost out. Will I make it to the end of the ribbon? That would be perfect timing if it did. See, that's the kind of stuff I think about. Like, oh, weird. Nope, I didn't make it. Okay, we at the finish line almost. I might go and clip them while I'm doing it, while I'm already, before I leave. Separate them, so all I gotta do is add the elastic and sew together. Then I gotta add the little special things. That's what's time consuming. That is what is time consuming, the extra part I gotta do. That's why I had to go and do this today. The end. That's why I had to do it today, because shoot, it might take 2 days to do the other part. Okay. I'm going to separate. I'm just dropping it back into the original box. And then I'm just taking it, finding the part where we joined them together. And we're going to unjoin them. That's all I'm doing with the separation. Cutting it right in the middle. From one box back to the other box. One box back to the other box. And we have done it, y'all. I appreciate y'all being here with me. It was fun. I'm still nervous, but fun. Hopefully y'all learned something. Like I said, the next anklet I do will be 2 layers. I don't think I'm going to do 3 because Coco Melon already got 800 million colors. But it will be 2 layers. I'm going to do a tutu. I'm saying that. I'm trying to plan that out because sometimes I be so busy. I be like, dang, you didn't even set up the camera. But I'm going to try to keep my word. Because I know some people, when they answered in the group, wanted to know, learn to make the tutus and stuff. And then Miss Sheila's circle skirt she want to do, I don't mind showing. It's very simple to do. The only tedious part is creating, like, not creating a pattern, but doing the measurements so you know how much to cut out. Like, I don't know how to explain it, but to do the waist side, you got to do this times this divided by this or something like that. I got it wrote down. I write everything down. I can't remember. Sorry, I got a phone call. If it's family, they'll call on my business phone. Other than that, usually it's the doggone, your warranty has expired. I told him one time, I said, I don't even got no car. How my warranty expired? Explain that, and I don't. I wonder why she didn't call it on my other phone. Hold on. Let's see what she wants. Charger. I got a short in this charger. Oh no, I know, I saw that. I'm just cutting it apart. Oh yeah. No, I went live on my other phone. My business phone is smaller, so you don't get a lot of space in the camera. Or whatever. But I'm finna get up. I'm almost through cutting. But the place, we in Midlothian. Everything 5 minutes away. Separate them. We? Oh, girl, that's 2 seconds. She gonna run out herself. What time is it? Oh, yeah, I got time. I was just gonna stop the live at 45. This is my sister, y'all. She thinking I'm late. But yeah, I was just gonna stop the live at 45. And then, and that way I can still have time to use the restroom and do all that good stuff, get the dog. So I won't gonna leave here till about 50, 55, because it's literally down the road. Yeah. She want to make sure her dog get his tail docked clearly, because she making sure I go to this doggone vet appointment, y'all. Tell her get off my phone. I ain't finished out the live. Goodbye. Wow. Alright, see, I just did the last one. I forgot what I was talking about, but, oh, the circle skirt. It's just, doing the measurements for the waist and then doing the pattern and all that kind of stuff. So that's why I said it's a little bit tricky. It's math or whatever, because everybody's waist size is different. But it's not too bad. So we'll do that. I have some ideas lined up, and then anything y'all want to see, just let me know. But I'm gonna end the live so I can go to the restroom, get me a bottle of water, get the little puppies, and make sure I make my appointment on time. I'll talk to y'all later. It was fun. Still a little nervous. You heard my words tripping up, but I enjoyed myself. And look forward to see you guys soon. And I'm going to get up because the camera over there and go cut the live. Y'all have a good one. Oh, and my live will stay up. Some people might didn't hear that. Have a good one.